absolutely cannot be on, and it is excused absences. So again, post your Zingo boards by tomorrow night. We're going to post them on the 10th, on the 20th, and on the 30th. So you believe me, you want to post your Zingo board tomorrow. Even if you don't have anything on there yet, post your Zingo board. So another thing is the corporate promo. That, for those of you who do not know what this corporate promo is or do not understand it, let me explain it to you really quick. A quick start bonus. Anyone who is within 30 days of the time that they upgraded to a distributor is eligible for the quick start bonus. It doesn't matter if they have been a member since last June. If they have not upgraded to a distributor yet, they are still eligible for their quick start bonus. So anybody that you have as a member, I would go back, because right now they are eligible for an extra $150 cash as a bonus. That is on top of their commissions. And all they have to do is find 4 friends and sign them up with one of our systems. It's got to be a 120-point order or more, 4 of them. So what does that mean for you? Because there is a bonus involved for you too. For every 2 people that you help earn their quick start bonus on your front line, you get $100. And there is no limit to that. Y'all, if y'all help 10 people get their quick start bonus, that is $500 extra in your pocket. But just think about what your commissions will be, because that would be 20 new people on your front. No, I'm sorry. 10 people would be 40 new people on your front line, on your second line. That is insane. That is going to escalate you to exactly where you want to go. So that's how the quick start bonus works. Anybody who is not a distributor as of right now or has been a distributor less than 30 days is eligible for their quick start bonus. All they need is 4 people that order 120 points or more, and then they get their $150 cash bonus on top of their commissions. So does anybody have any questions about that before we move on? Any at all? I would encourage you, there is some verbiage that we have been coming up with to send out. But one of the things that I'm doing with my front line, and I would encourage the other leaders to do the same thing, is get your people on the phone with your upline. So anybody that's on my front line is getting their new members on the phone with me. Anybody that's on Rhonda's front line, get them on the phone with her. Same thing with Vicki, same thing with Stacy, same thing with Luann, same thing with Jenny Lowry. Get your people on the phone with someone in your upline and let them show the vision. Let them talk to them about what's available instead of just sending it in a text, because people get mute to that and they don't read them a lot of the times, especially if you're following up with them like you should be and sending the stuff like you should be. So that is definitely the way to go. We are having some great success doing that. So with that said, we are going to talk tonight, or let me ask, does anybody have any questions about that? Any questions at all about that? All right, let's move on. We are going to talk about what it takes to get to be an executive. So, did anybody watch the video that I posted today with Steve Harvey? 3 of you, 4 of you. I'm going to tell you something. I watched that and just wow. And I'm actually going to play that at the end of this. And if those of you that have already watched it, you don't have to stay. I think it's that profound to take 5 minutes of our time and let you see that video, because it's everything that I want to say to you guys all the time. It's what I want to encourage you that somebody else is saying, the words that I want to say. So we are going to watch that at the end, because it's talking about, if you don't take a chance on things, and if you don't, the word he uses is jump. If you don't jump, your parachute's never going to open, because you're never going to need it to. And when you jump, your parachute doesn't open right away. It takes a while to get down. You may hit a rock. You may bump into the mountain, but eventually that parachute's going to open when it needs to. But if you do not jump, you're never going to need it. You're never going to need that because you're always going to stay in the same place. So the way he said it is much better. So we're going to watch that. But I'm going to talk about stay in the course. Now, it doesn't matter how much time you have to put into this business. It really doesn't. And I'll tell you, when I first started, I started this 4 years ago. It took me 3 years to get to an executive rank. I worked this business every single day. When I first started, I worked it sitting at red lights. I worked it on bathroom breaks. I worked it while working a 60-hour-a-week job. So I just fit it in. I didn't work it like, I wasn't even working it part-time. I was probably working it an hour a day. That was probably what I was doing it. I was working 15 minutes here and 15 minutes here. And on, Saturdays and Sundays, I would spend a little bit more time. But every single day, once I decided to do it, I worked the business. Every single day, I was adding to my friends list. I was building that testimony page. I was sending follow-up messages. I was making posts. I was talking to people. I was doing something. It wasn't much of it to begin with because I didn't have that much time. And I really, honestly, when I first started, I didn't know what it was going to turn into. You kind of like think, well, maybe I can get my products for free. And that's what it was for me. So when somebody told me no, I was just like, okay, I didn't care. It didn't matter. It's just like what I tell people is, the way you have to look at it is same thing. If you find something that you like even like a new restaurant and it's like the best restaurant you've ever been to and you want to tell everybody and you go and tell people, do you care if they go or not? No, that was the same thing with me. I didn't care if you bought it. I was just going to tell you because I loved the products and I wanted to get them for free. So I was going to tell everybody. So I worked it every day. Now, that got me to a manager rank, working, just in my spare time. That got me to a silver manager rank, and that even got me to a gold manager rank, working it every day when I could find time for it. And I did not let it stress me out. I did not worry about if people ordered or not. They did because I kept telling people, more and more people. It was a numbers game, and it still is. So then, I guess when I hit gold and I had everybody quit on me. Everybody quit. All my distributors, I had 4 distributors quit on me. I went back down below manager and I just kept going though. I didn't stop. I got frustrated. Yep. It was frustrating. It was discouraging, but I still loved my products and I still wanted my products for free. So I just kept telling people. I was building this funnel and I kept putting people in this funnel and I had all these people that I was talking to that I could follow up with. Now, some people, very few people will order the very first time you talk to them. Then some people will order the second time you talk to them. Some people will order third, fourth, or fifth time you talk to them. Some people, it takes years. I have one girl that I have talked to, Shauna DiAugustino. She should be on here, but she's not. 3.5 years, I followed up with the girl. She ordered this past January. First time I talked to her was September of 2017. So when I tell you that you can't take no personally, you can't take no personally, because this is the thing that a lot of people don't get. When you're putting yourself out there and you're talking about, these products and you're talking about how amazing they are and how wonderful they are, you don't solicit anyone. You don't call somebody and say, hey, you look like you might need some of these products. Let me tell you what I got. No, you don't do that. You just tell them what they're doing for you. You share your story. And you know what? Every single person that you're talking to needs you. They are coming to you. So you have got a funnel filled with people who need you, who need what you have. So if they don't believe right away that you have the answer? You know, when they say something's too good to be true, it usually is. This is the exception to that, you know, but it takes a minute for people to get it. You know, now you're like, oh my God, they just need to do it. They just need to do it. But think about you. Think about how, you know, when you first heard it, you were just like, oh yeah, right. They're just trying to get my money. You know you did. You know you had to have had a thought like that in your mind. You may have, some people may not have, because some people may have trusted the person that was talking to them. But most people, I would say 95% of the people, that's what they think. So it takes you, you putting value into those products and really convincing somebody. So you have to, these are the things that I put. And this is not just to be an executive. This is to withstand this business and even to be a manager and beyond. It takes dedication. It takes determination. It takes patience. It takes grit. It takes tenacity. It takes consistency. It takes endurance, and it takes persistence. You know, you can't just give up. You know, and I don't know if Kevin's in here or not, but when before he and I married, my dating life was one and done, because I was just like, you know, that ain't gonna work, you know, and I didn't want to waste my time, you know. And when I found him, though, you know, it was absolutely worth it. But where I'm going with this is, if I had just dated one person and quit and never dated another person, I would have never found him. I would have never found the one. And that's what I'm telling you guys. You can't just say, oh my God, I got a no. Oh my God, well, I've gotten 2 no's. Oh my gosh, I've gotten 3 no's. Oh, this isn't for me. You can't do that. This has got to be something that you at least give some amount of time if you want this. And I'm going to tell you, every single person on here, this can be a game changer for your life financially if you just put some amount of time in it every single day. And I mean that. I believe that with everything in my being, that you are in the right place at the right time, with the right compensation plan, with the right products, with the right company, and with the right team. I believe it with everything in me. But is it going to happen overnight? Nope. Is it going to happen if you don't do anything and just expect it to happen and just wait? Oh, this is my rainfall, my downfall, my gold mine. That's free money. Nope. You're going to have to put some work into it, and you're going to have to stay the course, and you're going to have to know that what you're doing every single day is going to pay off. And I'm going to use Jenny Lowry as an example, because I'm going to tell you what, that all of these things that I just listed, dedication, determination, tenacity, consistency, grit, endurance, persistence, and patience, she exemplifies every single one of those. There has been times when I know she was frustrated. There have been times when I don't know. I mean, I didn't think she was going to make it another day, because she was putting her whole heart into this. And now look at her. Now look, she has built an amazing team. You know why? Because she didn't give up, because she believed in what the end goal was. And, you know, and that's what it's going to take. But if you only have 15 minutes a day, that's what you give it, because the time's going to pass anyways. And I don't want you looking back. I don't want you doing this for 3 months, quitting, and looking back 3 years from now and seeing the person that started the same time as you up on that stage as an executive making $15,000 a month. You know? This is what I've got. 3 out of 4 people will quit before the end of next summer. 3 out of 4 people on here are not going to be on here before the end of next summer. And that is a true statistic right there. Let me tell you some qualities to know if you can withstand what you have to do, the qualities that you need to get through this and do it and be here for the long haul. The first one is give yourself. Give of yourself. Give your team yourself. Put them before you. Pour into them. Love them. Appreciate them. Coach them. Be there for them. Because you can't get there by yourself. I will tell you, there is no way in this world that I would be where I am without every single person on my team. There's no way. You can't. It is impossible to get to where I am, to get to be an executive without a team full of amazing people. So you have to pour into your team. Second thing, you've got to set achievable goals. You can't know that you've only got 30 minutes a day to put in this business right now and say you're going to be a goal manager. It's not going to happen. You have got to set an achievable goal. If you're going to have 30 minutes a day to work this business, then set a goal of silver manager. Don't set yourself up for failure. Right from the get-go, if you can't put into it what it takes. Because I'm going to tell you, and the best training I've ever heard was from Stacy Loftus, and he said, and I've told most of you this, most of you have heard this, but the question was, what do you think a professional income is? Most people said somewhere between $75,000 and $150,000. And his next question was, well, what kind of hours do you think people put into that make that kind of money? And the answer was anywhere from 40 to 80 hours a week. So an executive makes $163,000 a year. And I wish I had the income summary, because I think a silver director level is, Stacy, you might know this, is $75,000 a year. That's a silver director level. So, if you're going to have a professional income, then you've got to put more time than 30 minutes a day into it. But 30 minutes a day will get you $500 to $1,000 a month. That's still game-changing money. So whatever it is that you have to put into it, don't think that you have got to put 10, 20 hours a day into it. You don't have to. And that's what I know some people get so frustrated, but you've got to set an achievable goal for yourself and grow with what you have to put into it. The third thing is, and this is what we were just talking to, do the work and plug in. The fact that you're on the Zoom meeting, that is plugging in. The Living the Dream training, I hope every single person is on that, because that is that is a gift, I'm telling you. Plug into that. The room at the top, plug in. 9 at 9, plug in, educate yourself. Just when you're driving to work, listen to it. When you're in the car, in your spare time, listen to those, because you've got to pour into yourself in order to pour into your team. The fourth thing that you're going to need to be is, in order to withstand and be here, is you've got to be duplicatable. Forget what works and do what duplicates. Jennifer McKinney said that, and that was the most amazing statement and the most profound statement that was made for me at the entire St. Louis event. Forget what works and do what duplicates. If you are not being duplicatable or duplicable, whatever the word is, then how is your team going to know what to do? They're going to do exactly what you do. And if it's not easy and if it's not stupid simple, they're not going to be able to do it. So do what duplicates and forget what works. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. And you need to be willing to be coachable. The next one, don't make excuses. And I will tell you, everybody says that there's a summer slump coming up. And usually the only one slumping is you, because here's the summer, the kids are out of school, and we got to go to baseball, and we got to go on vacation, and I'm at the beach, and I'm going to Disney World with my kids, and and I didn't have time to work today. Or, I'm doing this, I didn't have time. I'll catch up tomorrow. Nope. Whatever time you set aside for your business, don't make any excuse that you didn't do it. You find that you don't go to sleep until it's done. Don't make excuses, because you can have excuses or you can have results, but you cannot have both. Will not happen. The next thing, oh yeah, instead of, and going back to don't make excuses, instead of saying I can't do something, figure out a way to say you can do it. Because if you change your mindset, you change your business. And you need to speak life over yourself. Never be negative. Find the positive in everything. This is a good one. You need to host a meeting once a month. Host a Facebook meeting, host an in-person meeting, go to help one of your downline host a meeting. The in-person meetings is going to teach the people, the distributors that you have there. It's going to, you're going to get signups because we have like over a 90% sign-up ratio at face-to-face meetings. Even if no one shows up, if you do a meeting for someone on your downline, even if they don't show up, it is not wasting your time because you take that time to train them. You show them that you are there for them. You show them that you're going to support them. You show them that that you believe in them. And even if you are on here and you don't know how to host a meeting, do it anyways. I did an entire city meeting when I was a silver manager. I was like 4 months in. The entire city meeting, and I think Luann she may have started, I think she may have joined that meeting, or it may have been the month after that, but it was scary. Corporate came. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but you know what? I faked it like you wouldn't believe, and it's fake it till you make it. You know, you just got to do it. Just take the chance and do it, and your coach will show up. If you're in a different state, you can Facebook Live us in. You can't listen to this. This is one thing I love. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. If they want it, they're going to hear it. Put your faith over your fear. Put faith over your fear. And guess what? If you don't have an in-person meeting, I guarantee you no one will show up. That's a guarantee that nobody will show up if you don't have it. The last thing, and this one is big because I know this is how my entire business, where I saw the vision and how my business grew, was you've got to attend the corporate meetings. There is no overhead for this business, and leaders are made at those meetings. And if you're not attending, your team's not going to attend, and they are going to miss something special. And now we have regional trainings, which are phenomenal. It was the best training I've ever been to when we went to West Virginia last month. But we've got one August the 3rd in Nashville. That's 3 hours away. You can leave that morning and come home that night and not even have to spend any money other than gas to get there. And you'd have to leave at 5 in the morning, and you might get home a little late, but it's drivable time. It's within driving distance. And it's $30, and that includes lunch. That's how much the event is. So you need to register for that. You do not need to miss that. And then we are going to Indianapolis October, and that's the second weekend in October, and that is the big Zing Fest. That is when people from all over the entire country and Canada, we have a big event, and the corporate people are there. You get to hear from the people who are just like me and you, that are making $100,000 and $200,000 a month. You get to hear from people like me and you who have been in this for 7 years and what they did when times got frustrated for them and how they withstood. You get to hear from people just like me and you of how they overcame, hard times, and how, they withheld the roller coaster ride of this business, but they're still here. And every single person that I know in this business that has been in this business for 7 years or more is making over $10,000 a month. Every single one that I know of, every one of them, especially on our upline. I mean, and Monica, she's still on here. I don't know if I see her or not, but Monica is my coach, and she has been in this business for 7 years, and she's a gold executive. She is fantastic. She has withstood, and I can tell you that there have been times when she wanted to throw in the towel because it gets frustrating. But the time passed anyways, and you can't give up. You have got to stick it out. The only way that you're going to fail is if you quit. The only way you're going to fail is if you quit. So you cannot quit. You cannot give up. There was a quote I wanted to read, and I don't remember where it was. I'm going to open it up real quick for questions, and then I'm going to show this video because I think this video is so profound. And I'm going to tell you that as an executive at the rank that I'm at, and I know that Stacy will tell you the same thing. I know that Vicki will tell you the same thing. I know that Monica and Luann will tell you, and Rhonda will tell you the same thing. We're not doing anything different than you are. Every day we are talking to people. We are putting people into our testimony page. We are following up with people. We are posting. We're helping our downline. That's what we do every single day. The same things that you do. I didn't do a whole lot more of it. I'm sure they do too. You know, because we want our teams to grow. We want our teams to be able to be the leaders and have their teams and do the same things that we do. I want to empower my people, the people that are on my front line. I want to empower them to be better than I am. You know, I want them to have bigger businesses than what I did in a faster time than I did it. If they want that. But you know what? I need the people who just want their products for free. I need the people who just, you know, want to be on here and because they're a social distributor, they like the social part of it. I need those people too. I need the people who are leaders that want to make, you know, $2,000 and $3,000 a month. And I need the people that are dreamers. I need the people who see the big picture and want financial freedom and have a why so big that nothing is going to stop them from getting to the top of this company. I need everybody has a place. And you know what? When if you hit silver manager and you stay there for 2 years because that's what you can do, you know what? That's great. That is fantastic because the next year, you know what? Maybe that next year you find a rock star that wants it just as bad as you. And they become a silver manager. And then what does that make you? That puts you up to gold. You know, so just withstand. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And don't compare your journey to anybody else's because you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're putting into it. You don't know how many hours a day they're working compared to what you're doing. So okay, let's see. Okay, I saw some chats. Does anybody have anything they want to add, or does anybody have any questions, or does anybody have anything they want to say? You can unmute yourself if you do. So I can't see any hands. Everybody's closed up.
I do.
Hey, Charles. I've missed you.
Yeah. Hi. How are you?
Good.
I'm going to talk about the family page for a second and talk about, and I'm only asking, and maybe this is not the right time.
It's not. We'll talk about it. It's not. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it on the other page.
Okay.
I know what you're going to say. We're good. We'll talk about it on the leaders page. Does anybody have anything about, anybody have any questions about things that they're not doing, things that they can be doing? I saw Monica unmute. No? Okay, I'm going to play this video. And, well, I said I was going to. Here it is. Well, oh my gosh, I've got these earphones on. Hang on, I got to turn this off. Hang on. Okay.
I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to tell you something that every successful person has to do, including you. Believe it or not, every successful person in this world has jumped. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Eventually, you are going to have to jump. You cannot just exist in this life. You have got to try to live. If you're waking up thinking that it's got to be more to your life than it is, man, believe that it is. Believe in your heart of hearts that it is. But to get to that life, you're going to have to jump. I'll tell you why I call it jumping. See, God, when he created all of us, he gave every last one of us a gift at birth. He never created a soul without endowing them with a gift. You just got to quit looking at gifts as running, jumping, sing, and dance. It's more than that. It's if you know how to network, if you can connect dots, if you draw, if you teach. Some of y'all fry chicken better than anybody else, bake pie. Some of you cut hair, color hair. Some people do grass. I got a partner, man. I wanted to go out with us because we stayed out too late. Come on, man, go out with now. I got to get up early, mom, cutting Miss Johnson's grass. We kept laughing at this dude, cutting grass. How much did you pay? He got a landscaping company in Cleveland worth $4 million. Because all he do is cut grass. And he was gifted at it. I got a partner on a detail shop, makes $800,000 a year. Detailing cars. He got 6 mobile trucks running around. $800,000 a year. All he do is detail cars. That's his gift. That's what he loves to do. You've got to identify that gift. Now listen to me. When you see people in life, when you're standing on the cliff of life and you see people soaring by, you see people soaring, going to exotic places, you hear about them doing wonderful things. Maybe you look up the street and your neighbor just gets a car every year, every 2 years. You know, how is he doing that? Have you ever thought, maybe this person right here has identified their gift and is living in their gift? Because your Bible says, it's your Bible, says your gift will make room for you. Your gift, not your education. You go get an education, that's nice. But if you don't use your gift, that education only gonna take you so far. I know a lot of people got degrees, man, and they ain't even using them. It's your gift. But the only way for you to soar is you got to jump. You got to take that gift that's packed away on your back. You got to jump off that cliff and pull that cord. That gift opens up. It provides the soar. If you don't ever use it, you're going to just go to work. And if you get up going to work on a job every day that you hate going to, that ain't living, man. You just existed. At one point in time, you ought to see what living is like. But the only way to see what living like, you got to jump. And here's the problem. Let me just be real with you. When you first jump, let me tell you something. Your parachute will not open right away. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you it did, but it don't. When you jump, it's not going to open right away. You're going to hit them rocks. You're going to get some skin tore off on them cliffs. You're going to get all your clothes tore off. You're going to get some cuts on you. You're going to be bleeding pretty bad. But eventually, the parachute has to open. That is a promise of God. That ain't a theory, that's a promise. This promise is true, because listen to me. You cannot name one single thing God has not gotten you through. Name it. And if he ain't got you through it, he's currently pulling you through it right now. And the living proof of it is you sitting in here. If he hadn't got you through it, you wouldn't even be here. So if he ain't never not got you through it, why would he not let your parachute open? It has to open, man. But now you gotta jump though. Now, here's another thing. You can play it safe and deal without the cuts and the tears. And you can stand on that cliff of life forever safe. But if you don't jump, I got another promise I can make you. Your parachute will never open. You'll never know. You'll never know what God really has for you. See, your God has a wonderful life for you. Once again, I'm going to refer to your Bible. Now, you go down there, you memorize these scriptures, you don't apply them to yourself. Your Bible says that he comes to give you life and give you life more abundantly. If I were you, I would jump. Because that's the only way to get to that abundant life. You got to jump, man. You got to take a chance. Now, when I get through talking, there are those of you who discuss this in the car. Well, I got bills, and I got bills. Whether you stay on the cliff or you jump, you're going to have bills. Well, if I quit my job, I'm going to ruin my credit. If you got a job, you live in check to check. Even if you got A1 credit, you can't buy nothing else no damn way. At one point in time, man, do yourself a favor. Go see what God really do. God hold you up, man. He ain't gonna let you fall. He didn't bring you this far, let you fall. Do yourself a favor, man. Before you leave this world, before you die, jump. Just jump one time. Just jump. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, do you see now why that was so profound? Amazing, you know? And this is the opportunity. This is going to give you that abundant life. You just got to jump. And I'm going to read this because I am praying this daily, and I am declaring this daily over myself and over this team. And I declare Ephesians 3:20 over my life and over the X team. God will do exceedingly abundantly all that we can think or ask. Because I honor him, his blessings will chase me down and overtake me. We are in the right place at the right time, and I declare a boldness to rise up in me and everyone on this team. God will open up supernatural doors for us. People will seek us out. We will rise in the ranks, and we will give him the glory and praise for it. This is my declaration. I love y'all so much. Good night.